Hi guys, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, my background is slightly different today. I am in a Travelodge hotel in Glasgow. I have a course tomorrow for work, so I'm staying in work. Although it's not my work, obviously, because it's Glasgow and I live in Dundee. But anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of a book haul today. Because I was in Glasgow, I couldn't visit without going to my favourite bookshop, which is Voltaire and Rousseau on Otago Lane. I love it. It's my favourite bookshop ever. But the first book I'm going to show you is actually a book that I bought while I was still in Dundee. I actually missed my train because I thought I'll go to Poundland and I'll go to this charity shop and miss my train by 30 seconds. Had to wait about 45 minutes for the next one. But the book is worth it. So it's The Beautiful Dead by Belinda Bauer. The tagline is, "He might kill her, she might let him." They wanted the same things: death and an audience. Eve Singer makes her living from death. As a TV crime reporter, she'll go to any lengths to get the latest scoop. But when a twisted serial killer starts using her to gain the publicity he craves, Eve must decide how far she's willing to go and how close she'll let him get. Sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. And it kind of looks similar to The Whisper Man, with obviously the butterflies on the front. It's probably not anything like The Whisper Man, but anyway. Yeah, so that's the first book I bought today. Looking forward to getting to that. Now, these books, they're in a pile just below shot. These books are the ones that I bought in Voltaire and Rousseau. The first one I picked up is Called Back by Hugh Conway, and this is a 1920s the Detective Club edition. It's not in great condition at all, but it was £1 and I couldn't not have it. I collect sort of antique-y, old, vintage books, and this will fit the collection perfectly. It's still perfectly readable. It's just a little bit worse for wear. So I have no idea what this is about. It's a detective novel. That's all I need to know. So the next one, I love the cover on this. This looks really spooky. Be Still, My Love by June Truesdell. Again, this is a crime and mystery novel, and this was a cover buy, complete cover buy, because it's got that sort of 1920s murder mystery feel about it, and I love that. The synopsis: Be Still, My Love by June Truesdell. The fear of darkness accounted for the strange behaviour of Wilma Tuttle. Loneliness seemed to suit her, except in the opinion of the young man who fell in love with her. When his body was found washed up on a rocky beach, all the evidence pointed to accidental death. This was the verdict brought in by the coroner at the inquest. But was it accidental death, or was it murder? Oh, I look forward to getting to that, because it looks and sounds amazing. Right up my street. The next one, I have to be very careful about what I show, because it's a bit, the front cover might be a bit sort of rude, but I'll cover the rudeness with my finger. So The Only Good Body's a Dead One by Tony Kenrick. Another murder mystery, and I look forward to getting to this one. I don't know much about it. It just looked fun. I'll read you the synopsis. That's part of your brain, Graham. Your synapses. The synopsis. It's been a long day. Stu Reynolds and Jeremy Wood, a couple of American comedians, suddenly find themselves plunged into a new and macabre world. A stabbed corpse falls right at their feet in the middle of their nightly cabaret at the Club 50, 2nd Street, Nice. The discovery that just before he was killed, the dead man the dead man wrote a note to Stu's newly acquired girlfriend, Angela Brunatelli, persuades the comics to turn detective. In an attempt to clear Angela's name, Stu and Jeremy get involved with some freakish and hysterically funny operations. They lead a frantic chase in a fully laden hearse, forge a reluctant bond with a tatty black bear, take an instant bubble bath with a visiting French lady, and make a daring escape from captivity by talking their captor out of his trousers, wisecracking their way past cops and cadavers, gourmets and gangsters. Reynolds and Wood see the truth laid bare at last in a ghastly spectacle in a basement kitchen. The Only Good Body's a Dead One is both a dry-throat suspense story and a gloriously inventive comic novel. A talented and highly entertaining first performance from Tony Kenrick. That sounds absolutely incredible, and I look forward to getting to that. The cover is very 70s, exceptionally 70s, and under my fingers, very rude. Also, this has been a book from a ship's library, HMS Fourth, and it was, by the looks of things, withdrawn on the 23rd of November 1970. So someone either pinched it on that day, or it was withdrawn and they bought it, or it was given away. So that's fun. This next one I'm really excited about. I saw this and just had to have it. As you probably know, crime thrillers and forensic pathology is my jam, and I love it. So when I saw this, I just couldn't not have it. So it's Sir Sidney Smith's autobiography, and it's called Mostly Murder. Was he greater than Spilsbury? So Sir Bernard Spilsbury was a very famous forensic pathologist back in the early 20th century. And I think this guy kind of followed on from him. And this tells all about the cases that he dealt with, and they're mostly murder. Bring it on. I love it. So attention is gripped and held from the first page of this remarkable autobiography by the greatest living authority on forensic medicine in Great Britain, if not the world. We read how, from the examination of 3 small bones found in a Cairo well by the police, the author was able to make the following report. Human and female, short and slim, aged between 23 and 25. She had probably had at least one pregnancy. She walked with a pronounced limp and was killed by a shotgun fired in an upward direction from a range of about 3 yards. The killer was standing or sitting in front of her, and slightly to her left. She died about 7 to 10 days later, probably from septic peritonitis. From this information, which proved correct in every detail, the Egyptian police made an arrest. On many other occasions, which are described in the book, Sir Sidney was able to aid justice with his remarkable powers of deduction. As an expert witness, he figured in dozens of famous murder trials, those of Sidney Fox, Annie Hearn, and Ruxton. Among them, his clashes in court with Sir Bernard Spilsbury have passed into legal history. This autobiography describes his early days in New Zealand and his student days at Edinburgh, where after graduating, he became assistant to Harvey Littlejohn, professor of forensic medicine. Sir Sidney went to Egypt during the First World War and stayed on with the appointment of principal medical legal expert to the Ministry of Justice. His name became world famous in connection with the murder of the Sidar, Sir Lee Stack Pasha. In 1928, Sir Sidney returned to Edinburgh as professor of forensic medicine, and from his unique knowledge and experience wrote brilliant chapters in the annals of the British courts for many years. I can't wait to get to this. This just fascinates me. And on the back, it has other books in the series, and Sir Bernard Spilsbury, his book is one of them, and that excites me more than it actually probably ever should. But hey, that's just how it is. Right, so the next one doesn't have much of a front cover on it, but when I saw it, and it was a mystery collection, I couldn't not have it. It's Ellery Queens Headliners, and there are 20 stories from Ellery Queens Mystery Magazine by the likes of Isaac Asimov. See if there's anyone else there that I recognise the name of. No. Isaac Asimov is about the sum of it, I'm afraid. But yeah, there's lots. Being Ellery Queen's 26th Mystery Annual. So there are 25 ones before this. Shame. So basically it's just a collection of mystery stories, and I look forward to getting to it at some point soon. The second last one from Voltaire and Rousseau was P.G. Wodehouse, the Jeeves Omnibus number 2. Now I have Omnibus number 1, and I look forward to getting to this. Jeeves is just hilariously funny. And P.G. Wodehouse is just a great author. I'll read you the back. To the best of my knowledge, Jeeves has never encountered a charging rhinoceros, but should the contingency occur, I have no doubt that the animal, meeting his eye, would check itself in mid-stride, roll over, and lie purring with its legs in the air. Jeeves may not always see eye to eye with Bertie on ties and fancy waistcoats, but he can always be relied upon to whisk his young master spotlessly out of the soup, even if, for tactical reasons, he will drop him in it in the first place. The paragon of gentleman's perfect personal gentleman shimmers through these fat pages in much the same effortless way he did through the first Jeeves Omnibus. I love it, and I look forward to getting to it. So the last one from Voltaire and Rousseau was a complete cover by. It's the Illustrated Treasury of Children's Literature, and the only reason that I bought this is because it has Alice on the front, and that just meant it had to be mine. This is just beautiful, and I'm glad I did buy it. It was only £1. This was £1. It's got, someone's fixed it with old sellotape, but it's got these gorgeous pieces of artwork from children's literature, and there is Alice in a pink dress. And it's just full of absolutely gorgeous artwork. Let me find a really good one. Okay, so, I mean, look at that. It's just fab. It's brilliant. And, oh, it's got coloured artwork in it as well. Very good. Snow White going into the Seven Dwarfs house. Fabulous. So that was the last one from Voltaire and Rousseau. On the way back from that bookshop, on my way back to the hotel, I happened across a Waterstones, and I went in and I bought 3 items. The first thing I bought is non-book related, but still book related. It's a notebook, and it's the Casebook of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, complete and unabridged. And it's just a notebook, and I love it. And yeah, I'm going to use this. I'm going to write all over it. The second thing that I bought in Waterstones was a book that I have seen everywhere, and I've wanted to get my hands on for ages. It's Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I hope I've not butchered that name. This, I mean, I don't know if you can see, but where the wallpaper part is, this sparkles. So I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it's beautiful. And this sounds awesome. Are you listening? Kazu continued. When you return to the past, you must drink the entire cup before the coffee goes cold. I don't actually like coffee that much. Kazu opened her eyes wider and brought her face an inch or so from the tip of Fumiko's nose. This is the one rule you have to absolutely obey, she said in a low voice. So I believe that it's a collection of short stories, and they involve time travel. That's all I need to know. It's a Japanese bestseller, and it's been translated into English, and I can't wait to read it. Another one that I've been dying to get is this one, which is Ian McEwan's new novella, and it's called The Cockroach. I know very little about it, but Ian McEwan is one of my favourite modern authors, contemporary writers. I think his books are amazing, and his writing is so good as well. That morning, Jim Sams, clever but by no means profound, woke from uneasy dreams to find himself transformed into a gigantic creature. Ooh, okay, so he's going to turn into a cockroach. That's nice. Anyway, that was the last book that I bought today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I can see from the screen that it's almost 20 minutes long. Well, give or take a couple of minutes. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your continued support. It's amazing. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye-bye. And brought her face an inch or so from the tip of Fumiko's nose. This is the one rule you must... I will start that again. I will start again. Are you listening? Kazu continued. When you return to the past, you must drink the entire cup before the coffee goes cold.